I think Myles Garrett would be a hell of a DH, couldn't he?
Myles Garrett, speaking of, would be a hell of an offensive football player.
Yes.
He would be, yeah.
And we're going to talk about that. The guy's a freak. And if you didn't see this most recent video, and you didn't already know that he's a freak, this will put it over the top. Guys, that's almost 5 feet. That's almost 5 feet.
That's pretty crazy.
And I'm going out on the limb here and saying no one on this panel could even come close to that.
I couldn't get up there with a ladder.
Jay, I got to tell you, I'm really offended by that.
With a ladder.
I am offended by that. I one time jumped onto something like that. It was 5 feet tall, jumped on it with no problem.
I believe it. He's
now,
like a tomcat.
I started from 6 feet up.
Okay, so you went down.
I went down, but, what's the difference?
Because I'm looking at you with crazy eyes.
I got about a 2-inch vert.
So what we did was we've assembled a little bit of evidence as to the point that we're about to make here.
Yeah.
And that's that this guy might be the most freakish athlete of all time.
How much weight is that?
That is 635 pounds, guys,
Oh my
and he's about
God.
to squat it 3 times. Now, for some reason, whoever was shooting this turns off after 1.5, but everybody that was there can vouch for the fact that it was a 3-time squat. Now, it wasn't ass to grass, but it was a full squat. I mean, he gets credit for it.
Yeah, he gets credit. That's below parallel.
And it's 635 pounds, guys.
And you're welcome, ladies. You know?
Yeah, right?
This is how we get him.
Look at the way this guy is built.
It's unbelievable.
Absurd.
So we were talking like, is he the greatest athlete that the Browns have ever had? And then we kind of just, we expanded that to, is he the greatest, like, look at this.
Oh my
guys, that's a football player. I mean, so we don't even know how much weight that is.
Like if a Marvel comic book illustrator drew him, they'd be like, you went too far.
Yeah,
it looks
it's
ridiculous.
over the top.
No one's going to buy that.
Yeah.
So here's the discussion that I think I want to have.
Yeah.
Tier 1 of it. Is this guy the most freakish natural athlete that we've ever seen in the NFL? And I'm not saying best player, best passer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you look at him athletically, he's got all the attributes: power, speed, size,
A winning
strength.
smile. A winning smile.
Winning smile. Intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Is he in your mind?
I mean, there's nobody that I can
Cleveland
think
Brown
of.
that I would pick over him in that.
Honestly, the
athlete.
only person I can think of that's in the discussion is not a football player. It's LeBron James. I mean, that, and obviously LeBron doesn't have the strength that Myles Garrett does. But,
No.
But
LeBron's a big man, but he looks small next to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Derrick Henry would look ridiculous. It would still not be. I mean, it's Myles Garrett.
There are amazing athletes. Even Nick Chubb is an amazing athlete. Looks like but I can't think of any. I mean, who?
So here's what we've done, guys.
Myles Garrett is faster than Derrick Henry.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Not just faster than Derrick Henry. So he's just a little slower than Derrick Henry. But what we've done is we've put together some stills. And, guys, you can just swing through these, and we'll talk briefly about all of them.
Okay.
So he's definitely bigger than Derrick Henry and almost as fast. He's almost as fast as Nick Chubb.
45 pounds heavier.
And a lot stronger, I would think.
Although Nick Chubb's pretty damn
Chubb
strong,
is a freak in the weight room, too. They might have the 2 most freakish guys in the league, offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
Faster
than Kareem Hunt.
He's faster than Kareem
I weigh
Hunt.
70 pounds more.
Wow.
What else do we have? We have other comparisons.
Yeah.
David Bell. He's the wide receiver they just drafted.
Poor
He's
David.
faster than our wide receiver.
Poor David Bell.
Hey, why you put him up
David
there
Bell's
like
not
that?
known
Don't
for
put
his
his
speed.
time on there.
All right.
Oh, Ernest.
He's 3/10 faster than DeErnest.
Come on, man.
Take that to Ernest Johnson.
I like Ernest, man.
I love
He's
DeErnest.
slow for a
I'm
running
glad that
back.
we re-signed him for the 1 year.
Gee.
Njoku, he just got $58 million as a tight end.
Yeah.
And he's not even as fast or nearly as big as our defensive
Njoku,
end.
another good athlete.
I know
Yeah,
he's
but Myles Garrett.
Njoku high jumped 7 feet in high school.
Yeah, I mean, look at
LeBron
that.
James. Look at this. We don't know LeBron's 40 time because he's never been
LeBron's only got
clock.
3 more inch vertical than Myles Garrett. That's kind of crazy.
Do we have the dunk video of Myles Garrett? Do we have any video of him dunking? So we've seen this. We've all watched it. So he doesn't just dunk. A lot of big guys can dunk because they're tall.
Mm-hmm.
He dunks like a NBA slam dunk contest dunk.
Yeah.
It's going to replay. Hold on. We started up a second.
Oh, he jumped over somebody?
He went over somebody, guys.
Okay.
Now, granted, he looks like he's 5'6".
Look at that kid celebrating like
Y'all
he did it.
don't,
I did it.
Chill, bro. You didn't do anything but stand there.
You know what's the most disrespectful thing about it? We talk about Myles Garrett. People always be saying, like, that guy's terrible. My grandmother could play. Listen, your grandmother would die.
Your grandfather would die.
Your grandmother.
Your grandfather would die.
Your grandmother.
Your father.
The minivan. Your anybody you know. You can't. You know you can't run away from offensive linemen. You know that's how fast they are.
Yeah.
They can lift you and then murder you and then run away from the cops and nothing happens. Did you see? Right. Did you see your boy Malik McDowell? He was getting tased and he was just like, I'm unfazed. Y'all might want to use the real thing on me. I'm slightly a big thing.
And that's Malik McDowell.
That's Malik McDowell.
Myles Garrett.
No. So Bull was when we were talking about these comparisons today. Yeah. Bull said, hey, can we do one more comparison?
Yes.
So Adam asked for this comparison. Steve, show it.
This is the one I'm into. Against the Lion.
Good thinking.
The only one that's got to beat.
I got to say, I'm disappointed that Myles Garrett can't outrun a Lion.
Yeah, I am too, a little bit.
I mean, what the hell? He's slacking. He needs to keep working in the gym till he can outrun the Lion.
That's an old Lion, by the way.
37.
That Lion looks great.
That's the Lion King.
That's a washed-up Lion.
That's the Lion King. Yeah, but
my
still...
God, he's ready to retire.
All jokes aside, I think the only athlete, because this is mythical, the only athlete that I've ever seen that was like that was like Bo Jackson. So Bo Jackson,
was a freak.
He was just.
Wait, look at that picture. Look at that. We haven't seen this one.
But for a defensive end,
my aunt is loving
for,
this.
Random drug tests by the NFL all the time, by the way. Because naturally, human beings don't look like they're not supposed to look like
By
that.
the way, does he look like he's lost weight?
Look at his waist, guys.
Yeah.
So his drop from his shoulders to his waist is probably 20
That's
inches.
me in the background, by the way, you guys. That's actually, they got me. That's candid.
Even at my
I was
height,
spotting him earlier.
And even when you compare him to when you look at other elite defensive ends that are all-time greats, look how big Reggie White was. And Bruce Smith was no definition. When you take a look at not
Lawrence
like that.
Taylor was
Lawrence
Taylor was defined, but he wasn't that.
No, not that.
Guys,
Come on.
I've covered NFL teams for 25 years. You're in the locker room. You see what these guys look like. They're all big. They're all chiseled. They're all.
He stands out amongst them.
But he is a freak among freaks.
Yes.
And I think so. Here's my next question: why in the hell have the Browns not built an offensive package for this guy? Why hasn't he run the football or caught the football? Who's going to stop him 3rd and goal from the 1?
Yes.
Who's going to bring him down?
Are those different skills? I don't know.
No. If William the Refrigerator Perry could do it, Myles Garrett
he just fell forward.
And the Fridge was even though he didn't look like a great athlete, he was a very good athlete.
He was a good athlete.
He didn't look it because
he
looked kind of fat.
This is a horrible idea.
No.
Wait, G, let me tell you something.
Go ahead, tell me.
You're afraid he's going to get hurt.
So what you think?
He's an armored tank for crying out loud.
Hey, your knees don't lift weights.
Let me tell you something, G.
The knees don't lift weights.
Let me tell you something. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Here's the offense I'm putting in for one special play. I got Deshaun Watson under center, and then I got the wishbone behind him. I got Myles Garrett in the fullback spot, and I got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb behind him. Good luck figuring out what
defensive coordinator just crying on the sidelines, trying to figure out what to do.
Calling a timeout.
I'm not saying do it all the time, but I like Jay's idea. Once in a while, get him on offense.
Here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to tell you exactly what they would do. You put Myles Garrett on defense, or offense, and he's a lead blocker.
They're going low.
I'm taking.
You're not allowed to.
Who cares? 15-yard penalty?
I don't want him as a lead blocker. I'm not recommending you use him as a lead blocker.
Well, I'm not saying necessarily he's a blocker. I'm just saying that's where you line him up.
He's going to
give him the ball.
He's going to get a helmet to the knee.
Guys,
makes a good
that could happen on defense too. The offensive lineman could go after.
But here's the difference between defensive linemen use their hands. When you blocking somebody when you getting blocked, see, I can put my hands down. I can shove. I can react, get people off me. You ain't used to having nobody underneath your legs and you 6'4".
You misunderstood my question. I'm not using this cat as a blocker.
You're going to give him the ball.
He is going to have the football in his hand.
Yes.
And he is going to carry it to the promised land. And who in the hell is going to stop him?
I can say that about, who's stopping Nick Chubb? I'll just keep him back here. Kareem Hunt, who's stopping him?
Yeah, but we just exhibited that he's bigger, stronger, and faster than those guys.
Man, I don't want no helmet-to-helmet hits. I don't want none of that.
Concerned about Myles.
I want that man to get quarterbacks, not to get hit. I don't want nobody.
I want to use him to the best of his ability.
Well, let's put Denzel Ward. He's fast. Put Denzel Ward at receiver then.
I'm doing it.
That's not.
I'm in.
Bill Belichick did that with Troy Brown, and it works. You can make that work.
Miles Garrett should return punts. That's what we're saying here.
No. So here's the thing.
Though.
So for a guy like Ward, that's a good. Okay. But he's injury prone.
Yes, he is.
He's undersized.
Yep.
I'm going to minimize his hits.
There you go.
I got Superman, the Incredible Hulk, and any other superhero you want to throw in there, all wrapped into one dude, Thor, and I'm not concerned about him getting hurt on a 1-yard carry.
Bro, you would be. Can you imagine this?
Yeah.
We're playing the Steelers, right?
Okay.
It's the third game of the year. Myles Garrett goes in on the goal line play. And all of a sudden, Myles Garrett is down. He sure is getting up really slowly right now.
This surprises me.
It does me
because
too.
you're living
Can I
in your
present
fears.
some evidence to the jury real
You can't
quick?
live in your
Sure.
fears.
Come on in, McNuggets.
In 2014, a year J.J. Watt won Defensive Player of the Year, he had 3 targets, 3 receptions, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's J.J. Watt, and he's a great athlete. He's kind of in Miles' league.
I don't think he is.
Listen, J.J. Watt.
Athletically, I don't think so.
No, dude in the weight room's a freak. Ask
Yeah.
anybody at
He
Wisconsin.
does his money.
Legendary.
He does his money.
He looks the part. My God. I mean, look, we're talking about J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
J.J. in 2013 or whatever. He's
Yeah.
not the same guy now, but let's not forget this guy was a specimen and he was an impact player. 3 touches, 3 touchdowns. Mike Vrabel used to do it. Mike Vrabel, if you put Mike Vrabel next to Myles Garrett and looked at the two, you would think that Mike is actually another species.
Yeah, you're
no
right.
disrespect to Mike. I love him.
Shout out to
but
him.
he doesn't look like a football player standing next to Myles Garrett.
No.
And so I'm just saying, we've seen this historically in the past, and a lot of times it's for yucks and giggles. Oh, look, the fridge is back there.
G is scared. He's
But
panicking right now.
here's why I'm surprised at G.
Yeah.
Players' mentality is they never think of
That's
getting
right.
hit. Never. I mean, I was that way when I played whatever sport it was. Most of the athletes that I know, they always say this, you think about getting hurt, you're step 1 to getting hurt.
Well, none of us are feeling it from years of actually playing, and his body is hurting him right now because of it.
Yeah,
it's probably a little bit more on his
mind. Most athletes, even after they've retired, ask them, would you do it again? Yes.
Well, we'll ask DeQuell when he comes on.
Like
We'll
here,
ask Jeff Fisher when he comes on.
and watch this. And when DeQuell Jackson, this is good. When DeQuell Jackson,
He's
he
going to
says,
say we're crazy, you think?
No, he's going to love that idea.
If you got Myles Garrett coming at you, you know what he's going to say? He can't run without his legs. What are you talking about?
okay.
He's going to tell you, I'm not putting him in.
Hey,
Yeah, but
guys,
then it's a
if
penalty first down.
And what if you use him as a tight end? Nobody's going to hit him in
That's
the legs
true.
before he catches the football.
Now here's the thing: what we got? If he plays tight end and he gonna catch a football, I'm targeting immediately.
You're immediately going for the legs?
Immediately targeting
First
him.
down.
Like we'll take
First
that.
penalty, first down.
If I can get him about the game and I don't have to deal with Myles
Who's
Garrett.
hitting him so hard that he's getting
Yeah.
out of the game?
Hey,
Come on now.
Your head does not lift weights.
You think guys are going to purposely try to give him a concussion?
No.
Yes.
I don't
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I want
people nowadays they will never you can't readily admit because they got that settlement money.
That's Greg Williams.
You dirty.
It's
You
true,
messed
though.
up. You messed up.
I got to get to my
Listen,
list.